Hey everybody, this is Ken for the Information Nation, bringing you more stuff. That's right, more stuff. Hey, this is an article, New York Daily News, written by the Reverend Sharpton. Like we need to hear from that tick turd, but Al Sharpton, our city is hurting from the vicious murder of two NYPD officers. As soon as the news broke of the tragedy in Brooklyn, I spoke with both families of Eric Gardner and Michael Brown. And let me be perfectly clear, remember the last time we heard that? I'm not a crook. We are all outraged and saddened by the death of these police officers. I don't know why, Al. You're one of the causes of it. But let us scope on down here. We'll just slide on down and see what else Uncle Al had to say. Our city is hurting. We are hurting. Today we mourn the loss of two NYPD officers who were gunned down in a vicious act of senseless violence. Aren't you the one that said no justice, no peace? Well, irregardless, as soon as the news broke of the tragedy in Brooklyn, I spoke with both families of Eric Gardner and Michael Brown. And let me be perfectly clear, we're all outraged and saddened by the death of these police officers. Any use of the names of Eric Gardner and Michael Brown in connection with any violence or killing of police is reprehensible and against the pursuit of justice in both cases. What do you care? You don't care about justice. You don't care about anything but your own self. You're a race baiter, and we all know it. And what you're doing right now, Al, is you're running out there trying to cover your own ass. So, you, Obama, Holder, you all have a role to play in this. You are responsible with the rhetoric that you put forth when Michael Brown was killed. At every rally, at every march, we stressed nonviolence and peaceful protest. No, you didn't. You didn't, Al. You didn't. That's what's annoying about this. He says he delivered a eulogy at Michael Brown's funeral and Eric Gardner's funeral and denounced anyone engaging in violence. We have even been criticized at the National Action Network for not allowing certain rhetoric chants calling for violence, and we would abruptly denounce all of our gatherings. Anyhow, let's go down and take a look at something here. This is the people's response. I'll post a link to this article so you can read it in full. But let's go down to what the people have said. Comments. Al Sharpton wrote, every time, at every rally, at every march, we stressed nonviolence and peaceful protest. This is a lie. At the rally, which his group organized, NBC News reported after a few seconds of chanting, "Hands up, don't shoot," the demonstrators changed their cry, apparently yelling out in unison, "What do we want? Dead cops. When do we want them? Now." Sharpton's rally, chanting, "We want dead cops." Sharpton, absolute pig, race-baiting, huckster fraud. Where did he receive his religious training? Well, I'll tell you. I want to answer that question for this gentleman, or Miami Pete. Pete, he got his training at the church of we got to make the buck, no matter how we do it. I mean, some people here, like Chuck Shire, he writes, where did he receive his religious training? In the fury pit called hell. Another one writes, it was a prize inside a Cracker Jack box. And then you got one who says, hey, Jay, stop defaming Cracker Jacks. Sharpton got his Rev title from a garbage can. People are starting to wake up to these guys. Him and the Reverend Jesse Jackson. And they're starting to wake up to Barack Obama and Eric Holder, too. They're all race baiters. You got to understand something, people. These guys are nothing more than community organizers. That's all Barack Obama has ever done in his life. Oh, he's had title of president, senator, and state senator, state representative. But when you get right down to it, he's never done anything but be a community organizer. He came out and blasted the police. Sharpton came out and blasted the police. Eric Holder came out and blasted the police. Jesse Jackson came out and blasted the police. And I don't want to sound racist here, so I'm going to include the mayor of New York City, de Blasio, who came out and blasted the police. Are there bad eggs in police departments? Sure there are. But the majority of policemen are very hard-working individuals that are doing something that the rest of us don't want to do, and that's confront the evil in this world. So, Reverend Sharpton, whatever hole you crawled out of, crawl back into it, and take your buddies with you, because we've had about enough of your crap. Let's go a little farther here. Chucky Chan. He is a reverend because he chose to call himself one. He has no official training or degrees. You can call yourself reverend and start a charity and raise money and pocket it if you are black. Now, that Chucky Chan is a racist comment, because there's white people out there that do it too. It doesn't matter whether you are black or whether you are white or whether you are Hispanic. Hey, you too can be a real scumbag if you want to be. But hey, that's just my opinion. This has been Ken for the Information Nation, bringing you more stuff. I'm glad that you tuned in. I wish you would subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget you can get email notifications about these programs. Go right to your email, and I have a link on the video here, so you can click on that and find out how. So until next time, in the meantime, in between time, ain't we got, hey, have a great day.